Oh, very big. Oh, look. Look at that. Same size as my head. Right? The rain never stops in this year.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another camping and fishing video. This time we're in the beautiful Bay of Plenty. Well, actually we're already at the East Cape and we found ourselves an amazing spot to camp. This is a really nice spot for drone fishing. We haven't done any drone fishing for quite some time. So in this video, we want to take you along to a bit of drone fishing and show you how we catch a nice snapper. Let's go.
Cool.
Oh guys, check out the sunset over there. The sky is so beautiful. Oh my god. This is a really nice spot. And actually we filmed another video recently here in this area. You might have seen it. Yeah, Asian here, she caught a big kingfish on a hand line. And not far from here, only a couple hundred meters. So if you've seen the video, you know where we are. Today we got our trusty old Phantom 3, DJI Phantom 3 fishing drone with my homemade release mechanism, which is just a cloth bag. We also made the video before on how we set this up with a cloth bag. Super cheap, guys, cheapest way we found to drone fish. So if you haven't seen that video, we'll leave a link so you can check it out.
Red. No internet.
It's a campsite only for the Motorhome Association. You have to have a self-contained vehicle, like the good old caravan here, to be able to camp here. But it's a beautiful spot. Second time we came here. Last time was a long time ago in 2016. Nothing has changed much. So we arrived here a couple of days ago and it's been raining cats and dogs, as it's so often the case here in New Zealand. A lot of rain. Our trip takes a twist when heavy rain downpours on our campsite. Despite the downpour, we're still determined to cast our lines using our drone and bait cannon. We didn't have any luck for the first 3 days of fishing. The guys over there just caught a nice trevally, the surfcaster. Nice one.
That's a beautiful trevally. Beautiful fish.
Very, very nice. Big one too.
Yep.
And what did he eat? Half a pilchard head.
That was half a pilchard.
You made quite a mess with your trays, yeah?
Yep. Put the cotton on.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna shoot out the bait cannon now. See if we can get something as well. Alright, Hagen can hold the rod. I put it down a little bit so it's not, but we can hold it a little bit more to the thing, like this angle. Don't hold your hand so close to the line. This angle should be good. Today is the second time that we are using our handheld bait cannon. If you haven't seen the other videos and you're interested in those bait cannons, then check out the links in the description. Now, these things are super fun to fish with, that's for sure. Shit, the bait flew off. That's annoying. Well, we didn't have any luck with the bait cannon today either. Nevertheless, it was a lot of fun fishing with it, and then we enjoyed a nice dinner by the beach.
Fishing is very top.
The next day, the swell calmed down a lot, and things started to look a little bit better. It's not often that you have a day like this out here. pretty much zero swell. How awesome is that? Couldn't resist to pump up my boat this morning. It's done. The worst thing that can happen on those beaches is not really the launch, but then if the swell changes and you come back and you flip over, worst case scenario, and the motor flips over and gets all wet and skunked. That would be the very worst case scenario. Sometimes you don't know how the swell changes on those beaches with the in and out coming tides. But I've been watching this beach for the last 2 days and looks pretty safe, guys. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. The motor is always the heaviest bit. Alright, so the most difficult part is done. I feel like I just went to the gym. Oh, good core workout. Now I just gotta get the petrol tank down here, my lures, my fishing rods, and pretty much ready to go. These Railblazer wheels that I installed on my boat have proven invaluable. They make it just so much easier to launch the boat over this rough ground and rocks and stuff like that. I'm using them all the time. I'm pretty happy with them. Without them, it would be pretty much impossible to launch the boat in places like this. Oh, good fun. Hopefully we'll make it back in one piece. Let's go. Well guys, the fishing is not on. I might head back and come back out again in the afternoon. No point of floating around here without any bites. Some gannets cruising around here, checking out the surface for activity. They don't seem to be finding anything either. No diving. Always a good indication to check the birds here. Have them be your eyes. I think I head back and just rather have a bit of a play around with my new app that I'm developing for a fishing reminder. And yeah, just launch again later in the afternoon. Let's head back and see if I can actually manage to land at this beach without rolling over and losing all my gear. Check out how dirty the water is. No wonder that there's no fish here. I went straight out for about 3 kilometers or so and the water clarity didn't improve at all. Launching is the easy part. Landing on a surf beach is the hard part. But today there wasn't any swell. I'm just a little bit nervous because you never know if that changes with the turn of the tides, or like could be no swell at 1 minute and then the tide rises a little bit and boom, you got a lot of swell suddenly because it breaks over a different bank on the beach. So our fellow campers here, they went out to the rocks this morning and brought us a couple mussels. They didn't want to eat them because they were afraid that there might be biotoxins. Diotoxin warning is only in Hawke's Bay, but they thought maybe here as well. They're a little bit old, so I don't want to eat them now, but I think I'm just gonna take them out of their shells and then put them in my salted bait bucket together with the other baits. It should work. Alright, let's do that. So I just chucked on a lot of plain table salt. Just wait until some of the moisture comes out now. The first bit goes really fast, sort of thing, and then I'll just chuck the rest in here with my bait. Mix it up a little bit, and that will make a nice little salted bait bucket for the next surf casting. So pretty good bait I think we got now. Today suddenly the weather cleared up. We saw lots of birds working up really close to shore as well, and another camper just caught a big snapper this morning. So we decided to head out here with the drone and with our surf caster. So I had some leftover salted bait from the Kahawai we've gotten. I salted that, so pretty much fresh bait, just a day salted. He's got the bird stuck on the line there. Oh, yep. Gotta fly low and a little bit away from the birds. A bit to that side so that we don't get the birds fly into the line. The trick with flying with open bail arm is to fly the drone forward as fast as possible so we don't get much slack in the line. So we're at about 300 meters and boom. There we go. We dropped the bait and I just fly the drone back manually. You can see on the little map here where you came from, so it's really easy to just turn the drone around and then just fly it back manually really fast.
We need to set the sinker. Be careful that you don't get slack lines.
Alright, success. Oh yeah.
Got the sink set.
I often drone fish on my own, but it's much easier with two. When we got two, my little assistant here, Haitian, she closes the bail arm when I want to drop the bait. I tell her, and then she makes sure that we got a tight line so that the sinker sets and we can feel bites. It's also on that distance quite helpful to always keep one hand on the rod to feel those bites. Sometimes you don't really notice on the rod tip on that distance.
Great teamwork. Team A.
Yeah, teamwork. Let's cast out some baits with the other rod as well, just in case there are a few fish hanging around just enclosed by the shore. You never know. After failing so miserably the last few days, we're gonna take any chance we can. Oh, finally. Patient got a fish on. Bring him slowly over here so you don't lose him. It's a Kahawai, it's going that way, I think.
It's very heavy. Oh yeah.
Yep, a minute later, Haitian had a big Kahawai on. Is it coming yet? Hey. Oh! Oh, it's crossed the line. Might be from the other hook we just hit there.
Nice fish. Yay! Finally got one fish.
So that big Kahawai was a really nice catch. And of course we wanted to eat the Kahawai. We love eating Kahawai. But I decided to cut out a little bit for bait, a little bit from the belly parts, and I put the bait straight onto my drone rod and flew the drone out about 300 meters. Sure enough, a little while later, Haitian lost a bit of patience and went inside because she wanted to do some laundry there. Hey? Did you want to do laundry? What did you do, Haitian?
So I thought it's too sunny and then I just gonna do the laundry quickly. I was hanging the wet clothes outside of caravan. I saw Mark is doing something unusual. So I ran over to Mark.
Oh, we got a big one on. We got a real big one on now. Oh yeah, that's on like 250 meter. He's pulling a lot of line. Check this out. Jesus. Oof, we got a real big fish on. Oof, what could that be, guys? That is huge. We're like really far out at the moment. Oh yeah. It's gonna take me a long time to get that one back to shore now. Let's hope he's not gonna come off. 250 meter out with that weight. He's gonna really wake up when we come in close to the shore now. That's on a fresh Kahawai bait too, guys. Oh my god, what have we got here? Check this out. Nice fish. Oh. Alright guys, we managed to get a nice fish. And look at that. Got a fat ass fish here. Nice. Woohoo! Asian, of course, nowhere to be seen when we catch a fish, huh? Asian, where were you? Just. A moment later we caught another smaller snapper, which was the perfect size for our little Weber barbecue, and we decided to keep that one as well. This size snapper is very tasty usually, like a penny, and yeah, we had it roasted whole on the barbecue, which was absolutely delicious. Ted, the owner of the campground, who is also a very keen fisherman, asked us if we want to come along on his ATV for a little adventure drive down to the Motu river mouth and check if the Kahawai are running. That's where we came down last time. And we were just standing there, but we're standing now where we got hanging on the handline. Fun little adventure. I love cruising around with these ATVs on those beaches. So much fun. Bev and Ted, the owners of the campsite, are just amazing and so helpful. It's so nice to stay there with them.
This campsite has a beautiful sunset every evening.
Alright, so we fried up the wings now. Favorite part, and the head as well. That's still on the barbecue, takes a little bit longer. Got some nice homemade German sourdough bread here. I make one of those once per week, and it goes perfectly with wings and a bit of mayonnaise. On the wings we just put a little bit of salt, lemon pepper, olive oil. That's all it takes.
Dash of lemon maybe.
And a dash of lemon on top. Did you do that already?
No.
A bit of lemon is always a good idea. Okay, let's give it a taste test. Those big snapper, they have quite a lot of meat on their wings. And some of the best meat, but it was still very fat.
You're right, tastes like chicken. Very fatty, very creamy.
Lots of hinu on it.
Hinu.
And we got a nice fish head. Fresh off the barbecue. Haitian will eat that whole thing in one go. She's gonna suck the whole fish head down in one go now.
Lemon.
How come it's so dark in here?
Look at the same size as my head. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same size like your head.
This bowl I leave for Mark. Favorite part of the fish, so I have to leave this part for Mark. This part. Here is a lot of meat actually here.
It might have some scales on it.
Yeah.
Hard to get off from a fish head always.
Look at this big piece of meat from the head part is here. A lot of meat. Overcooked or not?
Overcooked a bit.
Tastes like chicken breast. Look at the big jar.
Here's the hino here.
Fish eye. Good. Creamy, milky taste actually. No fish taste, guys. Look at that. Mark, didn't you like eyeball here? Such a big eyeball.
That part no.
Really? This here tastes absolutely not fish and then really good for you probably. Really healthy. You want it?
Of course, smoked fish head tastes really nice, but
Smoky.
if you don't want to go through the trouble of smoking, you can just chuck it on the barbecue with salt like we did. Goes a little bit faster and still tastes really good.
I don't know what's the English this kind of stuff. I know Maoris, you know.
Just fish.
No, this soft stuff.
Fish fat. Just fat, I think it's fat. You know it's fat.
Fat, but good fat, eh? So almost done, guys.
And then the rest of the fish we vacuum packed for some rainy days. You never know, right? Always good to have a little fillet in the freezer.
Seawater, wow. Collects lots of water. From the rain or from the sea? I'll go and get more water.
Well, this afternoon I was gonna go out on the boat again, but you know what? Screw it, I don't feel like it anymore. It looks like we got more rain coming. It's already been coming down a little bit and the water is totally dirty. So top of that, we got enough fish from yesterday. Don't even know where to keep the fish, so I don't really have any incentive to go fishing now. Haitian's already cleaning out the boat and bringing the stuff back to the camp. My good little helper Haitian. Look at that, what a soup over there. And it must have been raining in the ranges a lot. That's why the water is all dirty here. All the mud and silt from the rivers just came down here. I don't think there's much point in fishing anymore. But guys, we really enjoyed our 5 days fishing and camping here in this area. What a beautiful spot right by the beach. Unfortunately, we have to leave tomorrow. I'd love to stay here for another couple of weeks because it's so good. And if you got a nice day and the water runs clear, it's total paradise, fishing paradise here. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode about fishing and camping here at the East Cape. And we're gonna be heading off to the South Island now. It's been in the plans for a long time and we haven't made it down there. We were already planning to go back to the South Island last year, but yeah, there was so much to do here on the North Island. So many people to meet, so many places to go, so many new spots to explore for fishing. So we haven't made it down, but this time definitely. We already got our ferry ticket and I'm really looking forward to go down there. So guys, stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe to support our channel, and also of course visit our website fishingreminder.com for the best bite times worldwide. But if you're in New Zealand, of course works for every location in New Zealand. You just pick your location and boom, you go. Right, see you later.
They are kind of white.
Oh, we got offered a few fresh lemon by the camp hosts. How good is that? Now we got about 6 days worth of fish to eat, and what better compliment are lemons for that? So that's so nice. A nice little lemon tree here. Quite expensive if you buy them in the supermarkets.
And they just fall off the trees, and you can only do so much with them.
No, maybe jam.
All good.
Thank you.
Okay.